we've got a gentleman from Japan here by the name of Toshio Matsuura. He's one of the founding members of a group called UFO, United Future Organization, and they started out during the very early 90s on Talking Loud. Back then, Charles Peterson was still A&R at Talking Loud, and there was this wonderful genre called acid jazz or dance floor jazz, where people, tried to melt jazz aesthetics with club aesthetics. And please give him a very warm welcome.
My name is Toshio. I'm happy to come here. And at first, I want to say I just arrived this morning, and I fly back tomorrow morning. So a little bit, I'm spacey now, and I want to, talk and communicate with you guys more smooth. That's why reason beside of me, 皆さん will explain more comfortable English for you guys. So,
but your English is pretty good, nonetheless.
But very spacey. So, hope you enjoy, this time. Thank you.
So, how would you describe what you're doing to someone who hasn't got a clue about music? How would you describe what you're doing if to someone who hasn't got a clue about music?
そうですね。ジャズを基本にした、ダンスミュージックなんでしょうかね。
He specializes in dance music based on jazz.
Could you give us a brief definition or your definition of jazz music?
常にオープンマインディッドなところですかね。すべてを吸収できる。
It's very open-minded. It's always open-minded, and it can absorb everything.
So you would say that different things can be jazz. It's not only your normal John Coltrane record, but it could be also a modern club record, in your opinion?
そうですね。ジャンルとしてのジャズということも含めて、なんだろう、自分にとってジャズと思われるものであれば、それがそのレコードショップでヒップホップと言われるものであっても、ハウスと呼ばれるものであっても、テクノであっても、自分にとっては常にそれがジャズだと思っています。
Yes, it's correct. Even it is said hip hop or house or techno, it is called like that in a record or CD shop. Still, if it's, he can feel it's close to him, he calls them jazz.
Okay, but back when you started out, during the height of the whole acid jazz thing, the definition was a little bit more narrow, right? So maybe you could talk a little bit about that whole acid jazz scene from back in the days and how you got into that.
一般的にはジャズっていうのはもっと狭い定義を持っていると思うんですけれども、そんな風にそれとだから違って広い定義を持たれている、その自分ので持たれているその意味っていうのをもうちょっと詳しく説明してください。
自分にとってやっぱり区切ってしまいますね。長くなるんで、 80年代にその初めて、踊るジャズっていうジャズで踊るというシーンがロンドンから生まれたんですけども、
The scene in 1980s in London, the people started to dance with jazz. It started in London in 90s.
で、それできっかけで自分もそういった音楽に興味を持ち始めて、
It triggered him, and he started to be interested in those kind of music.
で、そのシーンの中から、後にアシッドジャズと言われるような新しい、音楽のスタイルが生まれてきたんですけども、
And the jazz called acid jazz was born from that movement.
その新しい音楽の源にある音楽をこう掘り下げていくっていうか、ディスカバーしていくことによって、それが本当のピュアなジャズミュージックだったり、それがソウルミュージックだったり、ラテンミュージックだったりっていうところで、アシッドジャズっていうのはいろいろな音楽の源から来ているんだなっていうところがやっぱり一番大きななんだろう、要因というか、
すみません、そのラテンだったり何だったりでした。
ソウルだったりファンクだったり。
And through examining acid jazz, I discovered the source of the acid jazz. Sometimes it is soul and it is Latin music and so many other things. So that's what he discovered.
And if you're talking about London and the 80s, it's Charles Peterson and Norman Jay, right, at the Dingwalls Club. And did you fly to London back in those days to experience it firsthand, or was it just something you, experienced it through the radio? Or?
元々のシーンを知るきっかけになったのは、ジャイルスのもう一つ前の世代の、ポール・マーフィーという DJ が、クラブでジャズをかけているところがきっかけだったんですけども、それで自分はジャズっていうものにすごく興味を持ち始めて、でそれから何年かして、ロンドンに、はい。
So when he discovered the DJ guy who named Paul Murphy, who started to play jazz in a club, and he was really inspired with that.
で、その後ロンドンに初めて行ったのが1987年で、ちょうど、そのジャイルスがディングウォールズっていうクラブで、ちょうどパーティーをやり始めた頃で、それと同時にアシッドジャズっていうシーンが同時に生まれてきた時代で、並行して、アシッドハウスっていうシーンがすごく大きなムーブメントとしてロンドンで80年代の後半にあった時期なんですけど。そうですね。
その年だけ。
はい。
And after that, he visited London in 1987, and around that time, actually acid music started, and
そうですね、アシッドハウスもすごく大きなシーンとしてあって、
the acid house was there as a big scene.
で、そのアシッドハウスのシーンに対して、DJ の、クリス・バングスっていう人が、シャレでこうアシッドジャズっていうふうに名付けたと。そのシーンを皮肉ってっていうか。
And because of that club's name was acid house, therefore the DJ names those kind of music as acid jazz.
Maybe you could play us an example of it, a song from that era or a track that
which one
was very influential to you,
in the 80s.
like a Dingwalls acid jazz classic.
Let me check. You know, regularly DJ coming down, play more, you know, pure music, not really dance music, but you know, they just play, you know, each by each, just favor their music. So it's the beginning of a club, and after that, you know, I go regularly to go to the club, you know, a lot of influence, you know, from their playing. So, and originally I love to go to the club to dance, and sometimes I feel want to make. So at that time, you know, I met other two guys called Raphael and Yabe. We working together on the production. We made a production called UFO in the 1990s.
United Future Organization.
And we had a chance to make tune for compilation in Tokyo. So that's why reason, you know, we started making, because before that it's quite difficult to make music, you know, without knowledge and technique, any instruments.
Yeah.
But that time it's coming, you know, more lot of influence from hip hop, because they made us, you know, from the record to make original music,
like
so.
sampling and all those techniques. Yeah. And do you have something with you from the early UFO days?
Yeah.
So maybe
at first maybe 95% all the sample.
Yeah.
I can just maybe only one piano or something like sax. Only you know, the instrument from live. Any other things or sample. The New York house, and also Detroit and hip hop, you know, very separated, and people, you know, techno people just listen techno.
And house people just...
Yeah.
Yeah, but
and hip hop, the people wearing, Yankees or Dodgers, something like that, and we are like, the basketball player or something like that. It's a little bit shame for me. It's, if supporting the team is fine, but, looks like a fashion. It's very horrible. I hate that.
Yeah.
That reason why, I wearing suits always. Because the people hate that, wearing suits, but I'm very comfortable.
Yeah, you look good in a suit.
Thank you.
And you told me that you try to be very eclectic, right, when you DJ, so it's not like the stubbornness that you just described.
Yeah, because I don't want to get bored by myself in a few hours. So, I can't play only one beat or one jam. Maybe 1 hour it's enough.
Yeah.
I want to go more, different way always.
So there are people in Japan too who like the eclectic side of things, right?
Yes, some people, love that, but some, people hate that, Play more, one jam, ask me, but I want to make surprised, and I want to make sync, and, sometimes educate to listen to the music, to the way to listening. So, for example, house or techno, behind the music is, originally from jazz or soul or any other music, but the kids just only listen new stuff. So
you try to mix it all up, old stuff, new stuff, different genres. Yeah.
Sometimes it works, but sometimes it's, make a chaos. So it's quite risky, but.
Yeah. And at which places in Tokyo can you do that?
Sorry?
At which places in Tokyo can you do that, play that eclectic? Because you're affiliated with that Blue Note Club, right? You're doing.
No, I don't like Blue Note Club.
Yeah. Then I'm misinformed.
Doesn't matter, the venue. That from small club is to a very very big venue. I want to play. What I want to play always. I'm very stupid, I think.
No, you're not. But you did radio also, right?
Yeah.
A few years, or you are still doing it. And do you think that's the key, or that's important in educating people with music, to get the stubbornness out of it?
Yeah, but my radio is not really big station, so the signal is very low.
Yeah. Which radio station is it?
Called the Shibuya FM.
Yeah.
It's quite small. It's not, like a BBC or something like that way. But I just started through the net illegally. Yeah. But, it works. The mail from Brazil, from Africa, now regularly, the people through the can listen through the net my stuff, so it's good now. Yeah, quite important.
So it's so the
easy
internet is
easy to understand what I feel. I think.
So the internet is the savior of radio in our times.
Yeah.
Yeah. And who are the people you work with? Like you mentioned Giles Peterson worldwide. Maybe you can talk a little bit about those connections, like the worldwide jazz scene. There is a certain group of people, right, working with each other.
意味的に
世界の有名なミュージックプレイヤーと一緒に今後と現在とかお仕事されてますか、される予定とかそういうのしたいとか。
I don't know, since few years, maybe I'm so lucky, connected people and communicated people very spontaneous. So, suddenly meet somewhere or someone introduce someone, someone send the email, it now feel good to connect, I hope, this time too, only one day, but quite, I'm feeling good today, so.
So networking is important
Yeah,
for your thing. And you're not only DJing at clubs, right? You're also a music consultant for fashion shows, and you're also doing a few other things.
I'm making music, DJ, sometimes promote the artist and the party, doing an agent for Giles, and the guys called Tomato from UK, the graphic people are doing agent in Japan. So, so many ways to survive, but only, one thing is I really enjoy those things now.
And just getting back to the acid jazz thing for a short time, what do you think were the reasons for it to disappear? Because the labels like acid jazz from Eddie Pillar, they stopped at one point, right? And that whole scene in London got a little bit dried out.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
So the reason.
yeah, the reasons for it to turn into something different.
消えていく何か理由っていう。
何ですか
SHS っていうんですか、なんかがなんか消えていく。
SHS?
Sorry.
I mean, the reasons for acid jazz as a genre to disappear. It disappeared at one time or dried out. People were stopping making that kind of music. Yeah, acid jazz.
Acid jazz?
Acid jazz, is that acid jazz?
Yeah.
がなんか消えていく理由。
Maybe you feel the disappear, but I don't feel any disappear. The label is gone, but I think scene is still there is, but very difficult to find where it is, but still the scene is there, but the form is really changed.
Yeah,
since
that's
long
what
time.
I meant. Like it's not like all those bands playing rag roof.
Yeah, after acid jazz, maybe become big, like trip hop or any other music, but still there is, but quite difficult to find.
Yeah, and could you play something for us that has, in your opinion, still that vibe?
The new stuff?
Yeah, but it's done these days.
what is jazz now, but for me, it's, all completely different, all three tracks, but for me, it's all jazz. So
Because they have the same feeling for
yeah, yeah. So it's quite difficult to play same time, but try to, fit more natural at the floor to the people who listening that jazz tune, and is most important
to make it all
to
work.
make, yes. Sometimes, I told you guys, sometimes it works. People say, wow, but sometimes the floor is gone. Quite risky.
But I think that's something everyone can relate to. Whoever played records at a party or in a club, this happens to everyone, I guess. Sometimes,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's hard. I meant that it's not like his fault, because if you're a DJ, I think you have to find one that never had an experience like that yet. But
Yeah, but I feel very, bad.
yeah, if any of you guys have any questions for Toshio?
Have you, hello? Have you played live with electronics and with other instruments, or improvising with electronics live?
Yes.
You mean the DJ and the live band?
Not DJ, but like with computer or equipment.
You mean the PC and the live instrument?
Yeah.
No. Just DJ with the band.
マスオレさん、私の日本語とても下手でも、日本には渋谷の中にいつもクラブの名前はザルーム。ザルーム、あなたのクラブですか？
That club owned by Shuya Okino Jazz Massive.
Can you tell us about this club?
Sorry?
Can you tell us about this club? Because
The room.
you have no involvement with this club?
Yeah, still, going well since how long? Maybe around 15 years. Very tiny club, maybe 100 people is packed, but still, the Shuya and the other crew, always survive and try to make, nice vibe every time. Yeah.
Hello, my name is Anna. My first question was just that, about the room, if you like to play there. But then you like that.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a nice club. It's a friend of mine, Shuya. And then I was wondering if you could name 3 of your favorite clubs in Tokyo. And the third question was, do you like any artists from Sweden, and who?
3つのクラブと my favorite club called Yellow. It's mainly house club, but sound system is very nice. DJ booth for DJ is nearly perfect. The environment, comfortable, the areas, no one come inside, not too much request, little bit, the high, the booth. So if, sometimes go to outside of Tokyo, maybe in Europe, so many asking and talking a lot, it's quite difficult, but that booth is very comfortable. Also, of course, the room is very nice. And another one called a unit, the mainly live venue, but quite nice, is today Tony Allen played there. Mainly more tech club now, but sometimes like a ESG play, sometimes Fortet, some avant-garde musicians plays. It's nice club. And one more is club called Blue. We own the club. They gone 5 years ago, but it's one of the best club in Tokyo, I think. Was. And my favorite artist in Sweden, Coop. Maybe I promote next year. Yeah.
And what are your favorite artists from Japan right now?
Sorry?
Your favorite artists from Japan right now, then?
I just checked today in the plane the band. Of course, people know the Kyoto Massive and Jazzy Sports and any other artists maybe. The city called Nagoya, band called Native. Future, just I got the CD last few days, and but quite nice.
The Haru percussion track. What other songs from older jazz songs were influential to you? The early jazz dance songs you heard in the clubs.
Quite difficult question, but yeah, recently more modern jazz in the 60s and 70s, something like that. But still, listen regularly. Miles Davis kind of blue is one of the best album. Okay.
You had a question, right?
Yeah, you played something earlier. You said that it was 95% samples. It was made in the 90s. Earlier, you played a song, and you said it was from the early 90s, and it was 95% samples. Now, when you make music, is it samples or more live music?
More than.
When you make it?
Yeah, now it's more or less sample because if you use a sample, you have to pay more money. So that's the reason why more live.
Okay. And money.
Hmm?
And more money.
Because if take a sample, that have to pay to the original, the musicians. So.
But does it cost a lot to have the live musicians rather than sampling it?
Yeah, because if sample from James Brown, we have to pay a lot. But ask the musician more cheaper. Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, maybe if there are no more questions.
Hi, how you doing? Around what time did you find that your music started to become popular worldwide, like internationally?
Is that Spain? Sorry, is that Spain or?
Around what time, like throughout the 90s, when did, with UFO, when did it first start to become popular sort of internationally?
Maybe in Australia, 1994, because the first time to come to here, 1994, I think. I don't know when some people very, very fast to know, just we released the first single in 1991. Maybe after a few months in London, already sold a bootleg on vinyl. Maybe some people very, very, listen very fast. Now it's of course can listen more easier, but in a early 90s, it's quite, unusual that kind of way. So
it was mostly through releasing on like a 12-inch back then that you were able to spread the sound of UFO. It wasn't as much through like radio and through like Giles' show or so. It was more by distributing 12 inches of your music.
Word by word, I think, yeah. It's more stronger than any marketing, I believe.
Cool. Thank you.
Thank you.
So maybe if there are no more questions, we should end.
I'm happy.
With one of your maybe all-time favorite jazz tunes.
Sorry?
Maybe we should end the session with listening to one of your all-time favorites. It's always hard to pick those, I know. But
I don't bring very old stuff, but still big by my tune. Just a second, with CD. Tune called "The Loud Minority Changed My Life." 200% changed my life. どうもありがとう。